South African football has produced giants, clubs that dominated the league, lifted trophies, and built dynasties. But there is one club whose story is very different. A club famous not for dominance, but for a strange football phenomenon. Promotion, relegation, promotion again, relegation again. A cycle so strange that fans gave it a nickname. The Elevator Club. This is the unbelievable story of Jomo Cosmos and the mysterious relegation curse. Before Jomo Cosmos existed, there was a man called Jomo Sono, a player with extraordinary vision. In the 1970s, Sono played for the legendary American club New York Cosmos. There he played alongside some of the greatest footballers in the world.
Signals play to continue. Moore just can't believe it as Jomo has it. Jomo tries to get by McCallion. Jomo getting a little bit of room. Now he gives it to Moraes. Moraes coming to the top of the penalty area.
When he returned to South Africa, he had one dream: to build a football club of his own. So in 1983, he founded Jomo Cosmos, a club built on youth development, African talent, tactical intelligence, and quickly, Cosmos became one of South Africa's most respected teams. Jomo Cosmos didn't just compete. They produced stars like Aaron Mokoena, Philemon Masinga, Mark Fish, Helman Khalili, Macbeth Sabaya, Pitso Mosamane, to name a few. Many players who became national heroes started their careers here. The club developed talent for South Africa national football team, the PSL Giants, and European leagues. In fact, many experts believe Cosmos was one of the best talent factories in South African football. But despite producing incredible players, something strange started happening. A pattern, a cycle, a football mystery. Throughout the years, Jomo Cosmos experienced something unusual. They would get relegated from the Premier Soccer League, then fight back and get promoted, only to get relegated again and again and again. Fans began joking, Cosmos don't walk. They ride the elevator. Up to the PSL, down to the lower division. And the cycle kept repeating. Even commentators began referring to them as South Africa's Elevator Club. One of the most painful moments came in 2011. Jomo Cosmos were fighting desperately to survive in the Premier Soccer League. But the results didn't go their way. Loss after loss. Pressure after pressure. Eventually, the inevitable happened. Cosmos were relegated again. But just when people thought the club was finished, Jomo Sono proved why he is considered a genius in South African football. He rebuilt the team, developed new players, and once again Cosmos returned to the PSL. What makes this story even more fascinating is the role of Jomo Sono himself. He was not just the owner. He was also coach, scout, manager, and strategist. Few people in world football have controlled a club the way he did. But that control also created pressure. Because whenever Cosmos struggled, all eyes turned to one man, Jomo Sono. Football analysts often debate why Cosmos keeps moving between divisions. Some say it's financial limitations.
The world of business is similar to football because they are all business. It's business, both of them. And we treat both of them the same because we generate funds in football. You're running gates and you're getting money from the gates. So they're all similar, they're all the same. There's also, profit sharing at the gates. So they're similar, like owning any other franchise.
Cosmos could not compete financially with giants like Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns. Others say the club focuses too much on developing players rather than keeping them, meaning the best talents often leave, and the team must rebuild again and again and again. Despite the relegations, despite the struggles, Jomo Cosmos remains one of the most important clubs in South African football history. Because their real trophy was never just silverware. It was players who went on to represent the nation. Players who shaped South African football, and perhaps that is why even today football fans still respect the club, known for developing and giving a platform to many top players in Southern Africa, especially under club owner Jomo Sono.
It's Navas Muthala against Ethiopia! Game, set, and match, Jomo Cosmos! Navas Muthala takes the responsibility and has won the SAA Super 8 for Jomo Cosmos. The strikers have failed in their responsibilities this afternoon, and Navas Muthala stood up to be countered. He put his hand up and he walked. He strode towards it and said, I will take this responsibility. And finally, Jomo Cosmos have won this trophy. And it must be said, on the balance of play, they were the better team. They had the better chances and deserve to be victorious this afternoon. Delight for Jomo Sono and Navas Mutlala put that away.
As they lift the trophy for the very, very first time, SAA